So just quickly to get everybody on the same page, to remind them, in order to have a problem with a disease, we have to have three components and time in our favor for that pathogen to infect. We have to have the pathogen, a susceptible host, and the right environment. And so this slide basically depicts that not always are all three of those components in equal amounts, but over time, as we see pathogen, environment, and susceptible host in the same field, we end up developing disease, and the incidence and severity will increase as we see more of any of those three components or all three of them. So just quickly, kind of thinking of fungicides as an important agronomic tool, and I'd like to state that we are not increasing the yield of a particular genetic package by applying a fungicide. We are simply protecting that genetic potential that was there when the breeders built that particular germplasm, either in corn or soybeans. And this value of fungicides over the last couple of decades has definitely proven to be effective in protecting those yields and seeing higher yields from the use of a fungicide on popular varieties, hybrids, and cultivars. Keep in mind that one of the driving factors to our use of fungicides have been the fact that we are, as we change our farming practices to higher populations in a denser canopy, it is favoring the environment in which pathogens like to infest crops, because we've got a more dense canopy, less air movement through the canopy. Therefore, we have moisture that remains for a longer period of time. And oftentimes moisture is one of the driving factors in disease outbreaks. Also, many of our pathogens overwinter on the residue from last year's crop. So where we use a continuous crop of, say, corn after corn and a reduced amount of tillage, and also crop residue that doesn't break down as much as it used to, or it's more, the standability of our crop is better. Therefore, our residue tends to be in the environment for a longer period of time, which also plays into the agronomic increase in need in looking at fungicides. Also, to keep in mind, our crop is more expensive these days to put in, from our fertilizer and nitrogen to our seed and our land rent. So there's a lot more at stake. So there's a higher probability of getting a return on the asset of a fungicide application. And not all acres are treated with a fungicide today. So those untreated acres are always providing inoculum back into your growers or to your fields